getting off? You finna propose?
No, they taking pictures.
You finna propose? Oh. Oh. Oh, look at there.
Oh, you already know that man still, they were still taking pictures. Which one?
Who, huh?
Oh, you ain't have to do that. Just take pictures of y'all kids.
I'm live. Just FYI.
Okay, sorry.
No, you
Hi,
good.
friends. Let's keep on talking about buildings. Let's keep on talking about buildings. Don't worry, I got you. We're gonna keep on talking about buildings. Yes. I'll never take it for granite. At the very top, right? All the way at the very top, she seems to be wearing a crown. That crown, once upon a time, was about 1900 fluorescent lights. The fluorescent lights quickly proved to be a problem because the birds saw it at night and they believed that they had found the moon. So they flew around the building so much so they got so tired that they fell out of the sky.
Oh.
Chicago was like, guys, that's an issue. So they quickly switched out these fluorescent lights for LED lights, and now we dim the lights during migration season to help our fellow avian friends out. Because simply power.
Sears and Roebuck.
Now, we're going to talk about the name of the building soon, don't worry. It's a bit of a controversy right now. We're also going to be talking about the height. First off, notice, not one tower, but 9. Why? Well, this is our second enticement technology, right? So multiple towers all in a big group hug, all of different heights, protect each other from the wind. Listen to this, bundled tube structure, because the tubes are bundled together. Thank you, architects. Now, in the case of the Sears, it makes it look like a giant pack of cigarettes. Thank you, Dr. Foster Khan, for that one. Now, let's talk about the height of the building that is 1,453 feet tall, 443 meters tall. The building is that tall at its roof. We're not counting the antennas. Why? The Council on Tall Buildings measures the height of a building from its lowest entry point all the way up to its permanent spire. Guess what? The Sears does not have spires. It has antennas. What's the difference? Spires are structurally important for buildings. Antennas are not. You can easily replace antennas. Notice over here on Jackson Boulevard, over to your right-hand side, if you have phones or cameras, that's my beautiful, beautiful, and favorite view of the Sears. Ain't that impressive? Don't worry, you'll see another view of it over here, right in front of us and to our right-hand side. If we were to count the antennas on top of the building, the Sears would be 1,725 feet tall, making it 525 meters tall. It would make the Sears the second tallest building in the U.S. Oh, we don't count the antennas for the building's telemetry. You can hear how happy I am about that fun fact. For those of you who missed it the first time, over here to your right, the Sears. If you're like, oh, yeah, who was number 1 and number 2? Tallest buildings in the U.S., New York. Welcome to the science. Let's talk about the name of the building, though. A bit of a controversy we've walked into. The name of the building is, in fact, originally Sears. Willis Insurance Company, they came in, they rented out 3 floors. Guys, first my uncle, then my cousin. Girl, go home. The name of the building is, in fact, Sears. Willis Insurance Company, they came in, they rented out 3 floors out of the 110 floors, and then they started leasing the name of the building for $1 million a year. Sad news for Willis. Their lease is up. Wow. Yeah, so the building can be called anything. Theoretically, just the address. But here in Chicago, as you might have noticed, quite stubborn. Love our history. Most importantly, we're very respectful. Out of respect, we do cut it. Right? We do spell it every word, W-Y-L-L-I-S. But because we're in Chicago, that's pronounced Sears. So friends, now you know. If you ever see the letters W-I-L-L-I-S, you tell your friends that's pronounced.
Sears.
Thank you. True Chicagoans now. Welcome to Chicago. Now, something you can do inside of the building. Climb. No, not climb. Go to the sky deck. Find glass boxes stick out the side of the apartment third floor, right? Something you cannot do is climb the side of the tower. It's illegal. Also, in the 1980s, a man named guys. Dan Goodwin dressed up in a homemade Spider-Man costume. And with suction cups, he was like, dude, I got a brilliant idea. And he climbed the side of the Sears in 7 hours. His name was Dan. We called him Spider Dan. In the 1990s, a French man came about. He was like, dude, watch this. No Spider-Man costume, no gear. He did it in an hour and a half. He was French. We called him the French Spider-Man. Apparently, both not scared of climbing the side of the turtles, both not scared of getting arrested. If you're wondering to yourself, maybe who would do such a thing? Look at the people that climbed the Empire State Building the other day. Also, I just want to point out that girl looked like Catwoman. She needs to lock in too because New York is clearly Marvel, Chicago is DC. Welcome back to Art Deco Alley. Over here to your right hand side, the Civic Opera Building. I say the building, letters U and B, shared a letter till the late 1600s. Enough about you, more about the Civic. Civic is actually shaped like a throne. It's on purpose. She's meant to be the throne and seat of theater and art. It is also on purpose. She is facing away from New York. Why? It says that the financier at the time, he had a lot of business in New York, and his wife had dreams of becoming an opera singer. Nobody had the guts to hold their head and be like, girl, you can't sing, okay? So her husband was like, babe, don't worry, I got you. I'll build you a theater. The harvest fears are no longer going to work as women on your theater not below. And so he did. The building is now the home of the Lyric Opera Theater and the Joffrey Ballet. The definition of if he wanted to, he would, I guess. Now, coming up ahead of us and over to our left-hand side is the Boeing building. Look up, friends. You'll notice 6 circles all the way to the top of the Boeing building makes this building look like a giant salt shaker. That's because the building was originally known as the Morton Salt and Company building. Morton Salt and Company left in 2013. They said they were salty about something, and Boeing flew in soon after. Boeing flew out in 2023. It is one of our best kept secrets. The lights are on, but there's nobody home. And for Boeing, that makes sense. That's the PG version of that joke. If you ever want to hear the other one, let me know. The other one is worse. Welcome everybody back to 150 North Riverside. The other one is also my favorite joke, but here we are. Now, 150 North Riverside has our third and final anti-sway technology, right? Because on top of the building, there are 6 to 12 tanks filled with hundreds and